Can you start a business with 0 naira in your account? Maybe not, to be honest. But if you have 100 naira, 1000 naira, 2000 naira, and the likes, you should be able to start a profitable business. Welcome to my YouTube channel. It's Oyinkansolami again, and in this video, I'm going to be talking about different ways or a step-by-step guide to how you're going to start your business. If you are broke, if you have no money, you don't have to, squander your money, the little resources you have. Here is how you can make money. You can start a business even though you don't have money. Number one, if you're starting a business and you don't have money, you have to have an idea at least. And this idea is not just a wish idea. It's not just, oh, I'd like to have a business in so niche that nobody really cares about. You need to have a need that people really have. You need to identify a need that people really have. You need a business idea that will scale, because we cannot afford to waste money on something that will not scale. Okay, you can do this by looking around, looking at the challenges that people are facing, the needs that people have. Go for, if you're starting a business without money, it is always safer to go for like the basic needs. I'm talking about food, I'm talking about shelter, clothing, basic needs. And when I'm saying clothing, I'm not saying big people clothes, like basic needs. That one is always, people will always eat, right? People will always wear clothes. It might not be the fanciest, but people always wear clothes. You might want to start with like the basics of the basics, right? That's number one. No. Number two step, if you're starting your business without money, is that you want to validate this idea with other people. After you must have come to a realization that this is the business idea you want to do, you need to talk to other people about it. And there's a style to this thing, because you already made up your mind that this is the business you want to do, right? You don't talk to other people as if their decision is going to break or make your eventual choice to start a business. You talk to them to get feedback on how they want this business to look like, or how they think this particular need can be solved. So you can do this by running a survey, and this is where you need your close contacts, your people that your friends, instead of going to meet them and say, I'm starting a business, so support me. I mean, you can do that later on, but first you want to be sure that if they are your primary audience, because that's like I said, if they are your primary audience, because that's where you're starting from, you want to hear their point of view. You want to see, okay, this is how they would like the need to be solved, or this is what they are most likely to pay for. Ask questions. Don't be shy. Just reach out to one or two people, identify your target audience, one or two people in your primary audience, and ask questions, validate the idea. That's number two. Number three, you have to start the business setup process, and you have to research the free tools that you can use. Okay, there are so many free resources. Sometimes you wouldn't even know that you can do so many things for free, except you check online. You can, thanks to Canva, you can create your social media content. You can design a logo. You can, if you don't want to go through the stress of designing your invoice, there are free tools online that you can design your invoice. You can create videos, whatever your business needs to grow, whatever you need for publicity, whatever you need, you can literally get 80% of what you need to start your business for free on the internet. You might not have the highest quality, right? But you're starting out, you just need it to scale. It is your minimum viable product, your minimum viable business. Okay, so yes, research things. Just check free, whatever, how to do this for free, a tool to do this for free. Just, it's as simple as that. Okay, that's number three. Aha, this is my favorite part. Number four, you have to build anticipation. Okay, you have to build anticipation with your target audience. Now, because you do not have the resources, so let's say you're selling a physical product, right? Because you do not have the resources to create all of those physical products and then sell to people and get your profit, you can build anticipation, get a list of people who will be willing to buy this, have them commit financially before you go ahead to create the physical product. Okay, that sounded like a mouthful, but basically it is that you have to find a way to get people to trust you enough that you can do this thing, to pay you, and then you use that money to create what you need to create to send to them. So let's say you want to start a tomato selling business. you looked around, maybe you're in a hostel, you looked around and you see that okay, people struggle to get tomatoes and peppers, or the ones that they get are of low quality. You have to look for a way to get people to pay you to buy those tomatoes. You cannot just bring it to their doorstep. Because what you bring to their doorstep and they don't want, your tomato will spoil and then you're running at a loss. So there are different ways you can do this. Okay, so this is the process, a process that I would always recommend, right? Number one, you want to show your process. There is a way people can be more inclined to buy from you when they see your process. People like content, they like seeing, oh, how it was made. That's why how it was made videos trend well. That's why they do well, because people want to see the process. It doesn't have to be difficult. So if you're starting a tomato business, like I said, your process can be, oh, today, be very intentional. It might seem like you're playing, but be intentional about what you're showing them. Like, oh, today I found a dealer that sells the best tomatoes and peppers, and they are big, they are juicy, and at the most affordable rate. I couldn't even believe it. I knew it was going to be stressful starting this business, but I didn't know that I was going to get what I need like this. But the place is far. I'm willing to, carry it from this place to this place, and I'm going to distribute it. Just show your process. Let people see that, okay, this is where she's getting it from. Show that, okay, this is how this person is working on it. Now, all of this is before you start the business. It's still like, step by step. After showing your process, another thing you want to show is your unique selling points. What makes your business better than what other people are getting? So if they can walk downstairs to get tomatoes, why should they pay you to get tomatoes? Your USP could be that your tomatoes are bigger, you're getting it directly from supplier, or you preserve your tomatoes in the fridge so they last longer, or you put them in cute packs, or your tomatoes come with a special bag that prevents them from spoiling, or your tomatoes come with a recipe. It could just be anything that makes your business stand out, that will make somebody say, I'd rather get this than that. It could also be this, whatever it is really that just makes your tomato business better than other people's tomato business. You want to share that, you want to start listing that. So, and you have to keep saying this thing repeatedly so that people can get familiar with what you're doing, get familiar with why your business is better than others, why they should consider it. Remember, all of this you've never even started fully. You're just prepping, building anticipation, right? After that, the number 3, you want to emphasize on emotions. So and this is where storytelling comes in. While you're prepping and discussing with your supplier for your tomatoes and all, you want to emphasize on the emotions that buying from you will make your users feel. You can say something like, oh, they will go through less stress. You can say something like, oh, after a busy day, they don't have to think about getting tomatoes. After a busy day, they don't have to worry about the stress of working or of cooking or whatever. You just have to emphasize on that emotion. Say something like, so as I was saying, you have to, emphasize on the emotions. Try to emphasize on the emotion that buying from you feel. If it is comfort, if it is control, having their things, or time, buying them time, the peace, the comfort, the freedom that it gives, you have to emphasize on that and let people get familiar with that idea. Now, just before you launch your first batch of business or your first batch of products, you want to create scarcity, okay? You want it to be like, okay, this is the first time I'm releasing this, but it is scarce. So scarcity could be like, if just before you launch, create content that says something like, I went to my supplier today, and surprisingly, those tomatoes are, is the last batch of them are selling out. So I couldn't get as much as I wanted to, many bags or many tomatoes as I wanted to. So I could only bring some, but they are the best. They are this. So I only have for maybe 10 people, and they are like the juiciest I've seen. So that way you've told people that this thing I'm releasing is not in plenty quantity, but it is the absolute best. People will be curious. Tell them that I've not seen tomato this nice. This is probably one of the best tomatoes I've seen in the whole of Nigeria. And you just sweet talk your business and all that, and you can tell them that so I discussed with my supplier and she's giving me this amount of bags. Even if she's giving you more than that, you don't have to know this number of bags, and to be among the top 10 people that will get this, pay here or transfer here. Tell me if you want me to keep for you, or if it finishes like this, you have to wait for the next batch, blah blah blah. That way people are like, let me quickly see this tomato that this person is buying, that this person is selling, let me buy from them, and then you can launch your business. So whatever money they give you as deposit for their tomatoes is what you will take to the tomato seller and buy your tomatoes, and you sell it to others. I know I just ran through like a tomato business strategy, but yeah, basically that's what you want to do. So build anticipation, and because you've been working behind the scenes building anticipation, telling them about the USP of your business, telling them about why it stands out, building the emotions, showing your process, it makes them feel familiar with your business, makes them feel familiar with your brand, and they are more willing to pay for your services. And this is not just physical product, it could also be service product. In case of service products, while you're building anticipation, you may want to throw in some testimonials of past things you've done. Maybe you've offered that service to somebody. Maybe you volunteered the service somewhere and somebody gave a review that, oh, you did very great, or you did well. You may want to post that to build trust, to build familiarity, to build like I said, trust, that they can trust your business and give you money. So yes, that was a lot. That's how to start a business if you have no money. Of course, when you do that, you already have your capital and you can scale from there. So thank you to my YouTube talk. It's not a TED talk, but it is a YouTube talk nonetheless on business management. And if you watch up to this point, like, subscribe, share with your business friends, your business people that are starting businesses, your siblings, all those that want to start businesses. Share with them. If you're starting a business, so please like, subscribe. And yeah, like I always say, remember that you can be whatever you want to be. You can do whatever you want to do. The sky is your starting point, and you can be whoever you want to be. Make as much money. You can enjoy life without burning out or without going broke. So see you next time. It's Oyinkansolami. Bye.